You waste discretionary hours because tasks live as intentions instead of obligations. That leak costs projects, deals, and credibility. Install a 5-step micro-obligation protocol that converts intentions into small enforceable obligations, forces rapid completion, and reclaims at least 3 hours per week. You will leave this video with a repeatable habit that pivots your brain from hoping to delivering. Diagnose the leak in 10 seconds. Do you have tasks labeled maybe research or later in your system? Do you open an item and then lose the thread for hours or days? Do you avoid sending small asks because you fear bothering people? If you answered yes to any, you suffer from intention drift. Intention drift arises because low-cost cognitive signals fail to create external pressure. The solution is to attach small external obligations to tiny time-bound actions and make them observable. The mechanism is practical. Your brain treats obligations differently from options. Obligations engage the brain's prediction and accountability circuits and increase dopamine for approach. Public or recorded commitments increase the social cost of procrastination and recruit other people or systems to enforce the finish. The micro-obligation protocol creates many low-friction, high-commitment micro-obligations that multiply into hours reclaimed and momentum gained. Install the protocol now. The protocol has 5 steps: reset, micro-obligation design, externalize, execute, and rapid audit. Each step includes a trigger, an exact action, a fixed timer or quantity, and a visible success cue. Step 1. Trigger: when a task sits as an intention for longer than 24 hours. Action: perform a 60-second breath and focus reset. Stand, inhale 4 seconds, exhale 6 seconds, relax jaw, and state the single outcome you want in 1 sentence. Timer 60 seconds. Mechanism: controlled breathing lowers background arousal and sharpens prefrontal clarity, enabling decisive framing. Success cue: you can state the outcome as a 1-sentence obligation without hedging. Do this now. Perform a 60-second breath and focus reset for 60 seconds to clarify a single finishing outcome. Step 2. Trigger: immediately after the reset. Action: design 1 micro-obligation. A micro-obligation is a 1-line sentence that starts with an actor, an action, a small deliverable, and a deadline. Example: I will email the 3-item brief to Anna by 4 p.m. today. Limit the micro-obligation to 1 sentence and no more than 10 words after the verb. Timer 3 minutes to craft. Mechanism: constraining language forces the prefrontal cortex to convert fuzzy goals into executable motor plans. Success cue: you have 1 clear micro-obligation written as a single sentence. Do this now. Write 1 micro-obligation sentence for 3 minutes to convert a vague intention into a concrete commitment. Step 3. Trigger: when the micro-obligation exists. Action: externalize the obligation with 1 enforcement channel. Choose one of 3 channels. Send a message to a stakeholder, post a timestamp note in your project tool, or record a 30-second voice memo and store it in a shared folder. The enforcement channel must create a visible or audible trace other than your private to-do list. Timer 2 minutes to externalize. Mechanism: external signals raise the social and cognitive cost of non-completion and recruit external accountability. Success cue: the obligation has a timestamp or recipient who can observe it. Do this now. Externalize the micro-obligation through a message, post, or voice memo for 2 minutes to create an enforceable trace. Step 4. Trigger: immediately after externalization. Action: start a single focused micro-execution window equal to the smallest chunk of work that completes the obligation. Use a timer set to the minimal viable completion time. Typical windows: 5 minutes for an email, 20 minutes for a small doc, 45 minutes for a prototype patch. Work with no distractions until the timer rings. Mechanism: short execution windows reduce opportunity cost anxiety and increase dopamine-driven initiation. Success cue: you either finish the deliverable or achieve a clear partial that removes the blocking uncertainty. Do this now. Set a timer for the minimal viable completion time, for the chosen duration, to complete the micro-obligation and create observable progress. Step 5. Trigger: end of the execution window. Action: rapid audit and closure. Spend 3 minutes reviewing for blocking errors. Make at most 2 fixes. Then mark the obligation as done in the external channel or send the deliverable. If additional work remains beyond the current window, schedule 1 follow-up micro-obligation with a short deadline and externalize it immediately. Mechanism: triage preserves quality while preventing infinite iteration. Success cue: the obligation is either closed or has a single next micro-obligation with a timestamp. Do this now. Perform a 3-minute audit for 3 minutes to fix blocking issues and finalize or schedule the next micro-obligation. Optional scale hack for collaborative work. Trigger, when multiple stakeholders matter. Action, convert the micro-obligation into a 2-option decision sent to the group with a fixed decision window. Present a recommended option and a fallback. Example, choose A by tomorrow noon or fallback to B. Timer, craft and send in 5 minutes. Mechanism, compressed options shorten group simulation and force a collective obligation. Success queue, the group either picks an option or triggers the fallback. Do this now. Send a 2-option decision with a deadline for 5 minutes to convert collective uncertainty into a group obligation. 2 realistic friction scenarios and survival rules. Scenario 1. You fear bothering others and hesitate to externalize obligations. Rule: externalize to a neutral channel first, like a time-stamped task in your project tool, then optionally notify the stakeholder with a 1-line update. That reduces social friction while retaining enforcement. Scenario 2. Interruptions fragment your micro-execution window. Rule: mark the exact stopping line as a 1-sentence checkpoint, set a 10-minute restart timer within 2 hours, and resume with a 5-minute focused sprint. This prevents fragmentation from becoming new procrastination, measurement, and feedback. Use a compact weekly scorecard you update every Friday. Metric 1. Micro-obligations created. Count obligations designed and externalized. Metric 2. Micro-obligations closed. Count those completed within their deadlines. Metric 3. Time reclaimed. Sum the minimal viable completion times converted into actual finished deliverables. Target thresholds. Create at least 20 micro-obligations weekly, close at least 16, and reclaim at least 3 hours of previously drifted time. These metrics are observable, objective, and repeatable, maintenance and compression. For busy days, use the 30-second compression. Do a single 30-second breath and clarify. Write 1 micro-obligation in 30 seconds, externalize with a 1-click post, and run a 10-minute execution window. For scaling large projects, map milestones into sequences of micro-obligations and run the protocol each weekday morning for 15 minutes. Habit forms when you convert decisions into enforceable micro-commitments repeatedly. Why this converts intentions into hours? Micro-obligations alter 3 neural levers. They reduce ambiguity by forcing a 1-sentence action. They increase perceived cost through external traces and social signals. They create frequent dopamine hits by producing quick wins. Combined, these levers shift your default behavior from planning to delivering. Quick checklist you can use immediately. When a task stalls you: 1. Perform the 60-second breath and focus reset. 2. Write 1 micro-obligation sentence within 3 minutes. 3. Externalize via a message, post, or voice memo in 2 minutes. 4. Run the minimal viable execution window. And 5. Audit for 3 minutes and close or schedule the next micro-obligation. Each run must end with an observable cue, sent message, posted note, or recorded memo. Micro-assignments recap. Do this now. Perform a 60-second breath and focus reset for 60 seconds to clarify a single finishing outcome. Do this now. Write 1 micro-obligation sentence for 3 minutes to convert a vague intention into a concrete commitment. Do this now. Externalize the micro-obligation through a message, post, or voice memo for 2 minutes to create an enforceable trace. Do this now. Set a timer for the minimal viable completion time for the chosen duration to complete the micro-obligation and create observable progress. Do this now. Perform a 3-minute audit for 3 minutes to fix blocking issues and finalize or schedule the next micro-obligation. 7-day challenge. For the next week, commit to creating and externalizing at least 3 micro-obligations daily. Track micro-obligations created and closed each evening. At weekend, compare time reclaimed to your baseline. If you reclaim 3 hours, the protocol produces measurable returns. If not, increase externalization strictness and tighten execution windows by 20%. Final strategic note: micro-obligations compound. A single committed email done 5 times per day removes slow-moving friction, shortens project timelines, and raises your reliability. Over months, the habit yields career-level outcomes, faster launches, clearer communication, and predictable delivery. Subscribe to Success Code to collect more deployable protocols that convert intention into measurable advantage. Each video is another actionable code you can apply tomorrow to win time, influence, and results.